That is right. You read that correctly. Alias to Blender in one click. That's crazy, right? We owe this to Rajeev Nair, whose company Digital Sculptors developed this plugin. So I need you guys to thank him in the comments. Maybe check out his LinkedIn. He's an incredibly generous man who developed this and it's going to make all our lives easier. And to prove it, I'm actually going to do it with you guys like really quick before I show you how to install it later, right? So, because now I have it in my system, and here I have my Electra file, which is available on my Patreon if you want it. And I want to send it to Blender, right? Before I did a whole video series on how to do that, right? But now I go here, file, export to Blender, and then there's a little box. If I click it, it would have already just run it. But here in this box, see, we have a little bit of options, right? The tolerance, I put it at 0.005 usually for my visualization workflow. And then if you have meshes, because I have the wheels and stuff, you click on convert meshes, and then you press go. And then this is going to ask you to, where do you want to save it? We're going to call it Electra. And then now it's actually processing the data and making that blend file. And it takes a little bit because obviously I have to tessellate all of it and save it and categorize it and organize it. So it takes, well, depending on the file, right? But yeah, so I'm going to fast forward through this. All right, so now I have this little file and then let's open it up. Let me set it up so that it looks better. And this is how it comes in with the file. This is the direct file that is saved out. And as you can see, all the materials changes are like organized, and it brings in a lot of the same colors. And yeah, and let's kind of see it like visualize, right? Because one of the biggest tests is obviously I want to add a little more like light here. But the biggest test isn't so much like these, right? It's more about the reflections, right? Because with the clear coat and everything and how the normals came out. So let me select this one, and then if I go into my shaders, see it's the metallic paint, and then so I go into here. I'm gonna just make it just a little more like, a little more with a little more pizzazz, and I'm gonna eliminate some of the roughness. Maybe make it a little darker. And then the real important thing is the clear coat, right? Like see how that comes out? So if I turn that on, see? And this is how it comes in with straight from the plugin, Like obviously you have to do a bit of materials and all that stuff, but everything is there, even the meshes that I had in the other file. And in terms of like how compressed the data is, right? If I look at it, I press tab, it's really not that much. And obviously if you up those tolerances, you get a lot more, polygons and stuff like that. And if we see here, everything's like organized by the layer, right? And so maybe a lot of you are gonna want to like maybe organize everything into just one like object, right? Instead of having them all individually like that. So how I do it is I just quickly go into my into my, like, for example, let's do the hood for this one, right? Like right here. And then because it's all of these surfaces, right? So I'm gonna go like that, and I'm gonna right click it, go select objects, and then I'm gonna hide everything. And then I'm gonna like maybe select this, and then like make sure everything is selected. And I'm gonna press Control J. And then that just joins it into like one object, right? And then that way, if I'm like animating it or if like, whatever I'm doing, I'll just, do it that way. And even though they're two different objects, you could definitely have multiple materials in there, right? Like down here, I have the other material, they still, if I go here, right here, or no, let's see, you could have, yeah, it still carries all the different materials, even though they're all grouped up. And that's like a very quick way to sort of get everything as organized as possible, So use your layers to organize everything. and then in Blender you can do whatever you want. So yeah, the same. Let me show you guys how to actually install this plugin and all that. There's a little bit of a tricky workaround, but it's really not that bad if I guide you through it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is install the plugin, right? So we go to the App Store and we find Export Blender. There's going to be a link in the description and also in my website. So, just look out for that. So first we got to be signed in, and you click on download. And then once it downloads, you open the file, right? And you're just going to go more info and then run anyways. And then Digital Sculptors, Export Blenders, install now. Okay, so now let's open up our alias file, right? And here under File, under Export, see how nothing's there yet? We have to actually enable the plugin, right? So we go to Preferences, Utility Plugin Manager, and then down here, you look for the Autodesk Exchange app, and here Export Blender 2021-3. You just click here, and I'm gonna click here Auto Load too, because I'm always gonna want it. And then once you go back into your file, export. See, now you have an Export Blender button, but there's still a little bit to do, because if you downloaded Blender through the Windows App Store, you might not come across this problem, but more than likely you probably downloaded it off the Blender website, and like basically you just gotta do a little bit of extra work to kind of make this work, but it's not too complex. So like for example, right now if we just do like a test of the cylinder, we go export to Blender, and then we just click on it, and desktop, and then we'll call this test. Save. And if I let me close this up. See, if I look at the file, I see it's 0 bytes, because I already know it's basically a blank file, right? So I just open it, and nothing showed up, because to make this plugin work, if you didn't go through the Windows App Store, you got to put the Blender path into the system environment variable. So to do that, it's a little tricky, but not really if I like guide you through it, right? So open up your taskbar and then search for system system environment variable. And then that little thing is going to pop up right in Windows. And then you click on it. And then here, if I go, we have this little button right here, right? Edit environment variables. And then here under path, I don't know why my mousey doesn't work. Path, we go to edit, and here we're gonna go new, and then browse, and then you just go to wherever your Blender executable file is located, and most likely it's gonna be under your program files, Blender Foundation, and then Blender 2.93. So once you select that, you press OK, you press OK, and you press OK, and OK. And now restart your Alias surface, right? And now when I do another, like, just to kind of quickly show you guys, you should be able, now you go back here, file export, and export to Blender, and then here I could see all my tolerances and all that, and then you press go, and then here we'll go test. And since this is a very simple cube, this little thing came out, and then just to see that it works now, and then there. So now you could do something more complex like I did in the beginning of the video, but that's how you install the plugin and change the Windows stuff around to make everything work. So yeah, remember to say thanks to Rajeev Nair, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Later.